Weren't you just bluffing on the phone and boring those people to death? That's better than you arguing with them. I heard you made a strapping 6-foot man cry. When did that happen? Oh, on the phone? Why? He started at first. Stop making him stories, you shame of syndicate. Shut it, you scum of Minos. Mess told me that herself. Mess is one of the other sinners, by the way. Why is she calling him the scum of Minos? They're both working for the Bureau. The two end up in a petty brawl. Okay. Now let's get this. Decity 2. Mutation Witness Report. Among the mania cases reported to the Bureau from various places, a portion of them involve observation records of mania mutants. According to the observers, some victims affected by the mania radio waves from Fifth Avenue experienced some peculiar mutations in their head. It is said the head of these mutants were transformed into some kind of electronic device. There's telephone, mobile phones, computer, stereo, etc. After brief mutations, the head would revert back to normal. At present, there is no conclusive photographic evidence to verify the authenticity of these reports. I mean, we already know that that is true. Then a call, level 30. I'm guessing combat. The urban legend, yeah, same. We'll be back. There we go. I love the fucking music of this radio shit. Let's get it up. I think this is level up to the level max. Yep. I can finally get 8,000 per hour. Even though I should have been getting this much sooner, I only didn't do this because I can also swap these, by the way, to get different things. I just want gold, so I'm using this. Now, let's get back to the main story instead of all this. Let's look at the channel guide for a second. I haven't even actually looked in here, see if I got anything. Alright. I got 11, by the way, and she's just this good, except for the fact that 11, the one that I have, is very polite and very nice. I don't know what's happening with her in the story. We will find out together. Here we are back again. Azure Dream. Hopefully that is how you pronounce it, because otherwise that's kind of awk. But that's how I've always pronounced it, so I'm just gonna go with that. Night 1. Visit the record store. The mysterious voice on the phone tells you that if you find a certain voice, she will release you from the mania world. You and Nino decide to check out a record store nearby. That honestly sounded like she was just saying that we need to kill Nino or whatever. Customers who come to a record store at 3 AM are usually crazy, but the owner doesn't seem to care. The store owner, who has a phonograph for her head, seems much friendlier than the passerby you have encountered earlier. You decide to go in and try your luck. Hello, would it be possible to listen to the records here before buying? You try to make casual conversation while Nino hides behind your coat, watching nervously. The owner is startled by you striking up a conversation. When she notices your uniform, she can't help but quiver.
Yes, you can listen to the ones that are unsealed. There are headphones over there by the listening area. You can ask the staff over there to help, but...
I mean, look at that. Those are lips. That's super cool. I didn't even notice that the gold in the middle was like lips. The what? The owner's voice is a bit shaky, but for some reason that gives you a sense of relief. You can't help but lower your voice a bit more.
That staff member is a bit special. If you encounter any difficulties, please don't give her a hard time. You can just come find me.
Okay. You nod to the owner and head to the back. Let us see this special character. Let me get a thumbnail as well. I mean, this probably isn't the thumbnail list, but probably not as well. Because, you know, there's an option to see all the images from the event in like a gallery option, but they only give you like 12 or 13 like super cool images. Like these background scenes are just not shown for some reason. You reach the listening area. You find several unsealed sample records on the shelf. You pick one at random, put it in a player, start listening to it through the headphones. Haunting music echoes in your ears. It sounds like the dreams of a restless sleeper. You know it's an illusion, yet you can't help but believe it's real. It shouldn't be this one. You try a second, then a third. Soon you've listened to almost all of the records on the rack, but still haven't found the one with the eerie voice. Like the garbled music, your mood once again turns incredibly sour. Without lyrics, you can't defend against the resonance of the radio show, which means you'll lose your voice. I don't understand what does that mean. Like the garbled music, your mood once again turns sour. Without lyrics, you can defend against. I don't understand this one because I thought lyrics were the thing that made him lose his voice. Fuck. Oh, it's censored? Is that the whole thing? I mean, that's censored in every event. The words that slipped out of your mouth surprise you. You instinctively tighten your hands over the headphones. You have some speculation about these anomalies. The mania here is constantly affecting or simulating you. Although those strange people initially wanted to directly transform you into the shape of alien heads, they also said that you would eventually transform. This might mean that whether or not you're plugged into those electrical wires, mania will eventually assimilate you into the part of the city just like them. Take a deep breath to calm down. You tilt your head back, close your eyes, breathe deeply, try to calm yourself down. Before you can gather your thoughts, the muffled sound of a toppled cargo enters your ears. You quickly look back to see a human foot sticking out from beside a shelf not far behind you. Someone has fallen there. I'll go check it out. You cautiously approach, gripping the pin in your pocket, gently unscrewing the cap. Ooh, is that a weapon? Excuse me, what happened? You glance back, the owner is still sitting in front of the counter, propping up her head, listening to music from the player, nodding along to the beat. Turning back, you inch towards the unusual shelf. Don't move, put down your weapon. You hold the pen, pointing it sharp-tipped outwards, only to see something unexpected. It's not a trap, not a crime scene. Ah, the eerie voice. That's 11, by the way. A woman, a normal person like you, is lying on the ground. The scattered records around her make her look like a pale blue stylus. Now, I would not call her a normal person. You know, you see that? In what world is that normal? She looks a bit younger than her, sinner self. But, yeah, that's 11. What part of this is normal? White hair? A striking beaut? Or whatever.
Wow! Another normal person! But is she... alright?
You pick up the records on the ground and examine the woman on the floor. Her shoulders are gently rising and falling. She seems to be asleep. The small dark circles under her eyes and her eyebrows are slightly furrowed. She looks like someone who had just finished a shift and dozed off. Is she an employee here? You hand the record to Nino, observing as you gently tap the woman's shoulder. If you're tired, go get some proper rest. Don't sleep on the ground, okay? Mister, you need my help. Her calls only elicited a faint murmur from the woman. She doesn't move at all.
Is she... really that tired?
She must have been working non-stop for several days and then suddenly ended up in a place like this. Her body must have instinctively fallen into deep sleep to escape reality after the double blow from psychological and physical stress.
You sound as if you've experienced the same thing.
I mean, considering how much... you don't see it a lot. I see it a lot. But the MBCC's chief, the character we play as, he works constantly. He's like a fucking workaholic. Even like sometimes similar events happen here and there, and they... like he constantly... is about like working. Oh, I gotta work. Which is really admirable. But still, he's like working a little bit too much.
But if what the owner says is true, and she's an employee here, she should be working, right?
Nino squats down to look at the pretty girl.
Sleeping at work. She'd get her wages deducted.
Oh, eye open. Let me get a thumbnail of the open eye. Her eye is like golden brown. That's very cool. It looks really good. And also looks a little bit creepy.
Huh? She woke up?
Here she is. That's what she usually looks like. 11. As if triggered by some keyword, the slumbering lady did the wages deducted her. The slumbering lady slowly wakes up. After seeing the situation in front of her, she jumps up in fright. Calm down. What the hell are these two giving a reaction for?